Overall, it's been good. We've grown the team from the women had 4 last year. We had 8 in the fall, which we did quickly, really quickly. I mean, it was I think I got hired in July. We're looking to expand the team. We have 2 more coming in for the spring on the women's side, and we have 3 recruits coming in on the men's side. Warren's a rock star. Warren is like, he on a daily basis outshines me. I mean, it's helpful. It's hard to find someone as young as he is that is like as dedicated to his craft. He sets an example for the players, not only as a player himself. He can still kind of, play with everybody on the team. He's generally the first one to practice. I mean, he's just been a rock star. He's been a huge asset. I was pretty happy when he agreed to come on board. He made our strength and conditioning program, which was very helpful. I mean, really, we break it into 4 things. We break it into physical, mental, technical, tactical. And I wouldn't say that he tackles one and I tackle another. He probably is more on the strength and conditioning side, and I'm probably a little more on the tactical side. But we generally talk about all of it. Well, the ITAs are really important because that's your individual season. And that's really where a player can kind of go and shine and represent their school as an individual. That's where you get your rankings as an individual. That's where, and so when we go look at transfers and stuff, we look at what did the individuals do in the ITAs? What did the top 10 players in junior college do? Yeah, we have 3 new recruits coming. One was a guy that we're really excited about named Luis Lanier, and he was on the University of the Southwest. I had the ability to watch him play last year at conference, and I think he's got a lot of potential. The other 2 recruits we're really excited about is Guido Picasso, who is an Argentinian player, played for Tennessee Wesleyan, who was one of the top players in the nation. With Killian, Killian knew some of the players from the team previously and came from a JUCO, and I think he spent a semester at another school, but after talking with the players on the team, decided this is where he wants to be. And so he's really excited to come, and we're really excited to have him. I think it's going to really strengthen the team. I expect big things from all 3 of the recruits. Yeah, Johan, he kind of surprises everybody. He's like he's very fast on the court. In tennis, everybody has a ranking, as I was telling you before. So, he was able to beat players, a full point above what his ranking is. And I think it helped the entire team. I think it showed the entire team, hey, if you just go out there and play, and you play hard, anything can happen. And so that was a big deal, and it gave him a lot of confidence. He's in France right now, and he just texted me this morning. He's playing tournaments, he's training, he's excited. We expect big things from him in the spring. Unfortunately, Murillo is a senior this year, and he was training really hard. Everybody's just very excited. They've been working out in the off season, but he got injured in Brazil, and so he got a pretty big ankle injury. We're hoping that he gets back and only misses 6-8 weeks. But unfortunately, he's got an ankle injury. Kaio is coming off of a foot injury, but I think he is going to be ready to go for the spring. We're really excited about him. He was a key part of the lineup, and I think he'll be a key part of the lineup in the spring. Enzo has been training all off season. He's a big part of the team. I mean, he can do things with the tennis ball that pretty much no one else on the team can do. It's just a matter of him, kind of putting it all together, which I think he'll be able to do in the spring. Angel being a freshman, he's done a great job. He's improved a ton. Doyle's great. Doyle is, he's going to play a big role for us in the spring, and he's really bought into what we're trying to do. We sat down and had a long conversation about how he wanted his college career to end, being a senior, and And just, what are you going to do this year? What are you going to work towards? How bad do you want it? What do you want it to end like? And so he's been training. I mean, he's stayed in town, so I've seen him. He's excited. As long as we can keep the guys healthy, it's going to be pretty tough. With Malachi and Michael Canales, they're right on. They're kind of right there on the cusp of being in doubles lineups and then maybe being like a sixth spot on the team, both those guys, and they kind of go back and forth when they play. So it really helps them to kind of compete with each other. Malachi struggled with some injuries, but I'm hoping that he's going to be healthy for the spring. He's got so much potential, and them both being juniors, I think making sure they get adequate playing time, and this spring is going to be vital for them playing a really big role next year. So that's kind of the dance that we have to kind of play for the team. So we had 8 women in the fall. We're adding two recruits, Lucia and Anna Paula, and they're coming from their transfers. We think they're going to add a lot of strength. We did. Brisa graduated, so we lost one. Brisa was our captain. She did a great job of corralling the team in the fall. So we'll see who kind of steps up and fills that void in the spring. This will be more matches than the women have played really ever at OLLU, at least. We've got a heavy schedule, so we just need to make sure that they all stay healthy. Well, yeah, certainly the top team will be Georgia Gwinnett. I mean, they've won the national championship. I don't know how many years in a row, but that'll be kind of the lion's den. We're going to go there and play a bunch of really tough NAIA schools. I think we're going to have 4 matches in 4 days, so that'll be very difficult. We're excited about the challenge, but it's going to be difficult. We play at LSUA and their tournament, and teams like Xavier, who were 8 in the nation last year on the women's side, they're very good, and LSUA, who I think was even better than them. I think they were top 5 in the nation. So it'll be a big learning experience for the women, but both of those road trips will be tough. We've got a D1 school that we're playing. That's our first match. And then we've got all the hometown teams that we'll play should be tough as well. So it's a tough schedule, but I think it's great. And I think the women are excited for the challenge. It's an 18-court facility. It's first class. I mean, it's excellent. And so it's really helpful to have the court space in practice and the court space in matches. We'll probably play men's and women's matches simultaneously. Well, I sure hope that they can expect a lot of energy and a lot of OLLU pride. I mean, I think everybody's worked really hard leading up to the spring season. So I think they can expect some competitive matches. I mean, every hometown team that we're playing here is really tough, and I think they'll see some really good tennis. Well, at the end of the day, I mean, they're student athletes. I mean, they're here to get an education. We may have 1 or 2 that want to go try to play futures events and things like that, and see if they can take their tennis career further. But for the most part, they're here to get an education first. And so it's very important that we keep that at the forefront of, our culture.